The self-driving lie. The Tesla story. Engineers tried to warn us about. The illusion began with a promise repeated so many times, with so much confidence that millions of people believed it without question. Next year. By the end of the year. Probably around the second quarter of next year. For nearly a decade, Tesla insisted the future of transportation was already here. That your car would soon drive itself. And because the messenger was Elon Musk, the world didn't just listen. It obeyed. But this is the story of what happened behind the curtain. A story of engineers who walked away, executives who pushed back, and customers who unknowingly became test subjects for a technology that wasn't ready and maybe never will be. This is the story Tesla didn't want you to hear. The lie that changed everything. When Tesla finally showed the world its version of full self-driving, people didn't see a breakthrough. They saw a car missing turns, ignoring limits, and freezing at intersections. More like a nervous beginner than a futuristic machine. Experts called the system grade school level, and regulators were stunned for one reason. Tesla wasn't testing this inside controlled tracks. They were testing it on real roads, around real families, real traffic, real risk. And yet they sold Autopilot and full self-driving to hundreds of thousands of buyers, charging thousands for tech that was still incomplete. While other companies used safety drivers and closed environments, Tesla let ordinary people test unfinished software. The gamble made Tesla incredibly valuable, but the fallout made headlines. Crashes into fire trucks, hits with concrete barriers, collisions with parked cars. Investigators linked hundreds of accidents and multiple deaths to Tesla driver assist systems. Now, a major state lawsuit threatens to reveal everything Tesla tried to bury: the marketing, the shortcuts, and the truth behind the promise. How Tesla turned a car into a promise. To see how Tesla reached this point, you have to understand their vision. Electric cars used to be boring. Tesla made them desirable, then pushed further. Musk didn't want a car company, he wanted a self-driving empire. A global fleet of autonomous Teslas, cars that earned money while you slept, a dream worth billions. But Tesla didn't have the technology to create it. While competitors used expensive sensors and strict testing, Tesla chose a different strategy: sell early versions to the public. Call them Autopilot and full self-driving. Let hype do the heavy lifting. Investors loved it, the stock exploded, and belief became Tesla's most valuable product. The war inside Tesla. Behind the scenes, Tesla's own engineers were worried. They knew no one had ever made safe autonomy using only cameras. Not because companies didn't want to, but because it was nearly impossible. Musk ignored them. Radar? Removed. LiDAR? Unnecessary. Cameras alone would win. Engineers pushed back. Many left. Because the problem wasn't just the technology, it was the branding. They wanted the system called Copilot. Musk insisted on Autopilot. The promise grew bigger. The hardware got cheaper, and the risks grew with it. Then, things started getting worse. The video that changed everything in 2016, Tesla released a video called "Full Self-Driving Hardware on All Teslas." It showed a Tesla driving itself through city streets with no human intervention. That video convinced millions that Tesla had solved autonomy. It reassured investors, it helped sell cars, it fueled the myth. But years later, under oath, Tesla's own Autopilot director admitted the truth. The video was staged, the route was pre-mapped, the car wasn't actually self-driving. It even crashed while filming. This wasn't a marketing campaign, this was a turning point. Because when customers bought Teslas after watching that video, many believed they were buying the future. And some never made it home. The crashes nobody could ignore. Once Tesla pushed Autopilot and FSD onto public roads, the consequences were immediate. People trusted the system far more than it deserved. Some slept, some filmed themselves, and many assumed the car could handle situations it simply couldn't. Then the crashes started. Fire trucks, concrete barriers, stopped vehicles, intersections the software failed to read. Investigators kept finding the same story. Drivers believed the car was more capable than it actually was, because Tesla told them it was. Musk called the cars basically autonomous. He said robotaxis were coming next year. Year after year, the promises continued while the accidents piled up. And when Tesla removed radar, a new problem exploded. Phantom braking, cars slamming on brakes at high speed because a camera misread shadows or reflections. Before removing radar, 34 reports in 22 months. After removing radar, over 100 in just 3 months. This wasn't evolution, it was the system moving backward at highway speeds. The lawsuit Tesla didn't expect. For years, Tesla dodged serious consequences. Cases were settled, fans defended them, and investors stayed convinced the future was inevitable. But California took a different path. They didn't target crashes or injuries. They targeted Tesla's claims. The names Autopilot and full self-driving, the promises Musk made publicly, the marketing that suggested abilities the cars didn't have. The state argues Tesla crossed the line from hype into deception. And if they win, the fallout is huge. Tesla could face sales bans, millions in penalties. And most damaging of all, a legal ruling that Tesla misled the public about autonomy. If that becomes official, every other state can use it as a blueprint. More lawsuits, more class actions, more investigations. And the core of Tesla's valuation, the self-driving dream, starts to crack. And there's another threat right behind it. The cracking foundation of trust. Tesla is facing something more dangerous than lawsuits. They're facing doubt from within. Engineers who worked on Autopilot are testifying. Employees who disagreed with Musk's decisions have resigned. Experts in robotics describe camera-only systems as fundamentally flawed. Regulators are no longer silent. When a Miami jury recently found Tesla partly responsible for a deadly crash and awarded over $240 million in damages, something changed. It didn't matter that Tesla argued the driver should have been paying attention. It didn't matter that disclaimers existed. The judge ruled that Tesla's brand created expectations that didn't match reality. And now that ruling is being studied in courtrooms across the country. Tesla is facing a future where every crash, every malfunction, and every marketing phrase can become evidence. Because once a company is declared deceptive in one state, the floodgates open everywhere. Why engineers are walking away inside Tesla? The vision was always bold. Drive with cameras, predict everything, simulate the brain, replace expensive sensors with AI. But bold doesn't always mean possible. Missy Cummings, a former fighter pilot and leading robotics expert, explained that computer vision simply cannot reach the reliability needed for full autonomy, not with today's technology, and possibly not for decades. A 97% accuracy rate sounds impressive, until you remember that a car encounters thousands of micro-decisions every minute. 3 failures out of every 100 can be catastrophic, and that's the heart of the problem. Tesla is trying to solve a life-and-death challenge with a technology that cannot guarantee life-or-death reliability. For many engineers, that's not just a challenge, it's a deal-breaker. So they started leaving, and every resignation adds to a quiet truth. The lie isn't just affecting customers, it's affecting the people building the product. The future Tesla never expected. Whether Tesla wins or loses the California case, the damage is already spreading. If they win, they only maintain the status quo. A world full of doubt, lawsuits, and regulatory pressure. If they lose, the word autopilot itself becomes legally toxic. Other states can replicate the ruling. Safety boards can escalate investigations. Marketing restrictions can be imposed. And Tesla's vision of a robotaxi future becomes harder to defend. Even investors, once hypnotized by Musk's promises, are starting to realize that autonomous driving may be much further away than they believed. Tesla's greatest selling point is turning into its biggest vulnerability, the truth hiding behind the wheel. Tesla changed the world. It made electric cars desirable, fast, and mainstream. But in the race to dominate the future, it crossed a line even innovation can't justify. It sold a dream before building the reality. It asked customers to trust what experts questioned. It created believers before creating safety. And whether this legal battle becomes a turning point or just the beginning, one truth is becoming harder to ignore. The world didn't test Tesla's self-driving. Tesla tested it on the world. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more deep dive, investigative stories just like this. Because the biggest stories in technology are the ones hiding in plain sight.